Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to the first episode of my new project, Demo Screen! Wow, we're off to a great start. Anyways, welcome to the first episode of my new project, Okami HD, as you can see by that little HD. And let me tell you, this game right here, it actually was Demo Screen! That's what we need. Anyways, as I was saying, this game, I'm sorry if I'm going to move this around, I'm doing this just so I can explain without the demo. This game is actually what saved Danganronpa V3, because this was actually the game that I used to test out my OBS settings to make sure that games I had weren't lagging. So anyways, yeah, the reason why episode 19 and up of Danganronpa V3 were not lagging was because of this game. So anyways, let's actually move on. New game. Okay. Now let's just move on. Loading screen. Oh, it's like Cuphead all over again. Anyways, we get story. Yes, with the brush. Because apparently they built the story so important they have to do it in the demo of the game. Long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. And CzarThwomp forgot to put his timer on again. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. It be creepin'. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village, and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into a giant jug. The Omanami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Though that's not saying much, considering that she pretty much was the only maiden. Winning by default. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. How else would he sniff her clothing at night? Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks, angry that it had been blue-balled during this most sacred of occasions. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Did we mention Orochi was really horny? Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced, well into the moonless night. But Orochi's eye was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. Oh my gosh, I'm just so sorry if I'm just ruining this for all you Okami fans out there. I like this game too, but I like that fun. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. Orochi's one head looked really into it, like he was gonna do some sinister stuff to Nagi below the belt. Literally, look at that one head! Look at that one head, like, not the one on the top, but just the one right below it. He has, like, that look is like, oh yeah, I know how this is gonna go down. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Alas, like this one, like Shiranui. No one wants Shiranui there. Nagi didn't want Shiranui. Orochi didn't want Shiranui. Hell, even Shiranui didn't want Shiranui. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt towards Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads, raising its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flame. They drew a loop. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistened. A gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic oak dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow, but Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. Because Shiranui, he couldn't have done that earlier in the fight. No, you just gotta wait until you're bleeding and have gashes. The light from above glistened off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Just don't do it from the start. Just make your life harder. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary, channeling all his strength into his sacred and battered arms. He leapt ferociously towards Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. If only Shiranui had used that moon trick right from the beginning. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki, hogging all of the credit for himself. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. But Nagi got an even bigger statue that looked more badass. Nagi's sword was cushioned Tsukuyomi, I don't even know how to pronounce that, and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. There's actually color! 100 years had passed since Nagi and Junui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Yeah, one thing is there is going to be voices for this game, but I'm not really going to be that into it. Because, like, it's not like Danganronpa where all the characters are really defined. A lot of them don't even appear that often. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukuyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Order Chief? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend. Nothing but a fairy tale. I have just crapped my pants. Oh, he who seeks power and reeks of urine! Why do you reek of urine, literally? I'm not that terrifying. He who has broken my bonds and has pissed his pants also. Speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me and unleash my power. Yes, he's getting the Gundam voice. Yes, this just Order Chief rushing out of the cave. On his giant on his giant platform of fire, thankful for all those trees flying and disintegrating. Darkness covers the sky. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki Village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. Wood Spirit, Sakuya. Okay, I'm trying to think of a voice. What voice to use for you? No, you're not getting the Samugi voice, no!
This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom.
Okay, better. Yes, I got... Sakuya is not that plain.
What has transpired to bring such calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time.
I'm sorry, it's just doing this when I have no idea where I'm going with voice direction.
We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all.
Yes. Okami Amaterasu.
Such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the Savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart.
Yeah, apparently Ami wants more sleep.
Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. It's red and there's a bunch of rocks flying about. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts, all in the span of 2 hours. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nipon.
Literally just like, yeah, our world has fallen into pollution in a matter of 5 minutes.
But never has the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe?
Yeah, Okami doesn't take itself seriously, so neither am I. So many people act like Okami. You have to take every aspect of it so seriously when we have scenes like this.
You, what on earth? You again?
Luckily, I have a voice for Isun. Don't worry. That part I plan out.
Ow, 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 ow. Are you nuts?
Yes, that's right, he's getting the Teruteru voice. It's back, and it's gonna be here for the entire game this time around.
Boy, for a little thing, you still make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting, that's all. Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug, I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isun.
Wandering artist, Isun.
I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great breath.
As you can probably guess, Isun is the game's perv.
Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? What's with you, Furball? You look kinda down in the dumps. Actually, you look kinda familiar. Got it! You look just like that statue of Shiranui.
Just, Ami's not putting up with you. Ami's not putting up with this.
Whoa, what do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Isun. Don't make me use my prize sword, Takumaru, against you.
Not even Orochi wants to put up with this.
What's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyways? Oh, great Amaterasu! I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Not in an innuendo sort of way. Cut it free and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees return to normal, huh? The Takuya girl sure said some weird stuff. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit. That's the fruit. That girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up in there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're going to reach it. This darkness is really getting to me, too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap.
Okay, let's get a move on. Anyways, when you see that symbol down there, that means the camera's locked. You can use the right in normal situations, you can use the right analog stick to do the camera controls. For my situation, since I'm using an Xbox 360 controller, you can use the X button to do a dash. This dash will let you move forward. In this game, your run is built up with momentum over time. If you do a attackable run, you go into a mid-speed, run around a little more, and you will go up to max speed. You see that sort of thing? That means you're going max. Use the A button to jump, and if you jump up against a wall and press A again, you can do a wall jump. Anyways, press the B button, you can do a bark, and if you press the Y button, you can dig a hole. We're going to have more controls over time, but those are the basics for now. Easton will be explaining more stuff as time goes on.
Where are we? It's got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the right stick to look around. The left button changes your point of view. Boy, you really look so helpless. You sure you're going to be okay?
Yes, Isun will explain all the controls that I just explained in a matter of 3 seconds to you. Isun's going to now explain that this is a save point. Remember those ducks in... those effing ducks back in Ultra Despair Girls? Well, this is essentially Okami's equivalent to that. These are... origin mirrors, that's the name. Thank you, Isun, for the reminder.
That's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Well, to put it shortly, you can save your progress here. And let me give you a little advice. You should save a number of game files. That way, you could always go back if you get stuck or something. Gotta be prepared, especially while you're still learning the ropes.
Yeah, Isun predicted game playthroughs because there are a lot of files. I might as well just show you what it is. You press the save button. You see this picture. It's like, oh, you get a random thing. And in this game, you get 30 save files, just like in Ultra Despair Girls. So it's just like old times. No, I don't want to save. No, I don't want to save the game. I want an example. You press the B button. I'm sorry, I'm still used to Ace Attorney controls. It's wrecked me. My old controller setup I used to mirror the DS is screwing me over.
Look at all those pots just waiting to be broken. If you bust them, there might be something good inside. Press X to bust them up with your head.
Yes, use the tackle.
Way to go, my furry friend. You can do that any time you see something you can break.
Yen. This is the money of this game. Collect a lot of it. You're going to need a lot of yen. Okay, 70 yen. Okay. And now Isun's going to explain to us how to do a wall jump.
Whoa, hold there on there, furball. Get a load of that. That test looks mighty tempting. Let's go check it out. Getting up that high ought to be a piece of cake. Press the A button to jump, then press A again to do a wall jump. But make sure you press it firmly so you jump really high. Treat it like how you treat a woman. Touch it firmly, preferably below the waistline.
Ah, it's so nice to do the pervy voice again.
I knew you could do it. They say good luck is found in high places. So keep your eyes peeled. We don't want to miss any treasure.
Okay, anyways, I'm going to end the episode off soon. Anyways, holy bonus. Favorite snack. This is a healing item. Though healing is not going to be that big of an issue in this game. For one thing, they throw out healing items like crazy. But there's also a game mechanic that makes it where healing is something that you really won't have to do too often. You'll see once we get into actual combat. And I'm tackling everything because I want money. There'll be a better way to get these to break pots and the like. Anyways, Isun's going to give us another tutorial that I didn't get to.
Looks like the bridge is out. This shouldn't be so hard. Amaterasu, was it? That's kind of long. That's what I said. That's what she said. Especially after a night out with me. Mind if I call you Ami? Listen, Ami, ever heard of the spirits of the breath? Good breathwork has its own soul. At least that's what they say. Let's watch. Just watch. It'll take all day to explain.
It could be explained in less than a minute.
A picture's worth 1,000 words, right?
Isun's going to do a brush technique of his own. He's basically going to restore the bridge.
Nice, huh? Just a little technique I've mastered called rejuvenation. It's one of the many brush techniques that use divine power. It's a brush god power that can restore broken or missing things. I've practiced really hard just to master this one technique. But there are 13. Each one is a power of one of the 13 brush gods. Originally, all 13 were a single powerful deity. When the deity died, its power was split into 13 separate gods. The gods now dwell within objects all around us, but God or no God, how could anyone have the power to master all 13?
We're going to be mastering all 13 because Ami's that god. If you press the R button... Okay, the game won't let me do that. Anyways, pressing the L button, you get like a wide, big view. Anyways, River of the Heavens.
The River of the Heavens? They mean the fabled Stardust River. But I sure don't see anything like that around here.
I see the puddle of stardust.
It couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it?
Yes, it is, Isun. Because we need to learn a brush technique. And guess what we're going to be learning? We're going to be learning rejuvenation. I don't think it's going to be that... It's that hard to realize that we're learning a rejuvenation. It's not that big a spoiler.
Wow, the stars sure twinkle. I haven't seen such a beautiful nighttime sky in ages. Hey, look, are those stars forming a pattern, or is it just me?
Anyways, you see a dragon.
There's one missing. Guess I'll just have to draw the missing star.
Isun can't draw a dot. He can repair a bridge, but he can't draw a dot.
Bah, looks like I'm just not ready to draw missing stars. Press RB to hold the brush, then X to draw. I sure spent a heck of a lot of time practicing that.
Anyways, we can do that. And notice the table. There is a table. Anyways, tap it, do a dot like Isun did, and you can repair the thing. And we get our first brush god. Well, if it isn't Mother Amaterasu, I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, I, Yomagami, God of Restoration, have eagerly awaited this day when we could again meet. While you were away, the 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men and now lie here in disarray. I became a constellation and managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dried riverbed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust. I'm sorry about that voice. It's just that's the voice I'm going to be using for all the gods. Literally, I just came up with that voice when I was doing my test run for this game, when I was just trying to do my lag restoration process. And before you ask why I didn't use Danganronpa V3 for the test, since that was the game I was trying to fix, I didn't want to go back to previous save files and risk screwing anything up. So I was like, might as well do a different game, and Okami HD was on sale and I had purchased Okami HD in the event that I did a playthrough on it one day, which that day has come now.
Wow, that was Yomagami, the god of rejuvenation. Wait, so you have the power of rejuvenation now. Can you really use it to restore the River of the Heavens? That would mean you were as good as with a brush as yours truly. Nah, it couldn't be true. Who else could master this incredible god technique?
Okay. Yeah, you do that. Isun's like,
oh, someone can use the celestial brush technique while I wasn't looking.
Yes. Yeah, the bots will restore, and you get to see River of the Heavens again.
Wonder if thralling some stardust would get the river flowing again. Nah, it's one thing to fix a bridge, but to fixing a starry river, there's no way you could pull off a stunt like that.
Okay. Anyways, you can get your yen. But anyways, let's fix that river. Now, one thing you'll notice, there's a little pot of ink in the upper right-hand corner. If that pot of ink runs out, you can't draw any more ink. Now, this is very important to know just for certain techniques, and it will automatically complete. Boom.
Whoa, a river of stardust. So this really must be the River of the Heavens. But what I really want to know is, who the heck drew that darn thing?
Okay. We can keep moving. I'm going to try to basically complete this area because it's not that long. Anyways, break open this chest. You obtained the astral pouch. You know how fairies work in the Legend of Zelda game? You have a fairy, it revives you from death. Well, if you collect 100 units of food and fill the astral pouch up completely, it will serve as a 1-up and will basically bring you back from death.
Look what you found, Furball. This astral pouch here is amazing. It can swallow up lots of food. Then when it's full, it can revive its owner if he or she dies. Let's start feeding it with whatever food we can find around here.
Yeah. Though, frankly, you're probably never going to see the astral pouch in use because I don't plan on dying. Yep. Oh, one thing is when you collect food for the first time, it'll appear as an item. You consumed an apple! Nectar-filled sour apple fills the pouch. Peach. Don't worry, you're not going to see that so often where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. Orange. Orange with sharp citrus taste. Fills the astral pouch a bit. Okay, let's just keep moving. Go through the gate. There isn't that much to go off of, and plus I might as well just keep it all as one, because I want to do this in front of a save mirror, and I don't want to go all the way back to the beginning of the area. So anyways, let's just knock the horse up. Knock it down. Knock it down, knock it around. Get another pot with nothing in it. One thing Ami really does control pretty well. Sure, the controls will take a bit of getting used to, but once you get the hang of it, Ami controls very smoothly. Anyways, first thing first before we go out, we have a treasure chest. This treasure chest will contain one of the main collectibles of this game. A stray bead. There are 99 of these things scattered around the land of Nipon. You think, oh, why not make it 100? Well, there are 100. You get the 100th one for completing the game. And to keep myself organized, I have a list of all the stray bead locations in the order you can get them. So frankly, I'm going to be checking off my checklist and everything will be good. Find all the scattered beads and get a special reward. These are entirely optional. You don't have to collect a single stray bead in the game. Heck, they don't really even bring them up. You find them on your own, you're like, hey, I want to find all the stray beads. What is that reward? And trust me, it is a very worthwhile reward that is so broken in so many ways. And I mean that in the best way possible. Because it really is so much fun to use when you actually get it. Okay, come on. You consume dumplings. Doughy balls made from grain. No, I assumed that they were made from dung you found in the field. Thank you, game, for telling me that a dumpling's made of grain. Anyways, let's go. We're going to get another brush technique. I know this episode's going to go on a little longer, but it's the first episode. Want to get things basic. Get back to the save mirror, and then we'll move on from there.
Is this the legendary shrine? We must be in the cave of Nagi.
Yeah, Nagi is this big statue. Ami gets this little one.
The legendary hero Nagi is enshrined here. He vanquished evil 100 years ago with the help of the White Wolf, Shiranui.
Yeah, exactly. Shiranui just gets tosses out like, oh, Shiranui was pretty much like the big part in Destroy. Nagi just finished the job, but he gets all the credit.
First the river of the heavens, and now this place. Where the heck are we, Furball? Boy, this place is a wreck. See, that Thor is in really bad shape. The gods sure didn't do much to protect this place.
Well, frankly, considering how useless Yomegami is, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I don't mean to be mean when I say this, but Yomegami is... Yes, Isun, thank you for telling me this. Thank you for coming and telling me this. I want to talk, Isun! Anyways, like I said, just Yomegami's technique is used mainly in the beginning of the game, and is basically never touched upon again. But fine, Isun, I will repair the sword just to shut you up.
That really was your best work all this time. How'd you get so good? Exactly who are you anyways?
Did you hear the oh mother Amaterasu bit?
Hey, there's another constellation. This one looks like a
mouse. Though this is one of the most useful powers in the game, because we are going to be using it a lot in combat and in the field. We're going to be using it in conjunction with other brush powers, even. Well, if it isn't Mother Amaterasu. It's been a long time, but with all these moon monsters around, the only place I could hide was in this shrine dedicated to ancient heroes. Before you ask, this voice was inspired by Little Karibo's Dot's voice. Master Dart's voice. Not Tots. Like, no, it's not Spirit of Justice. If there is anything I can do to assist you in your endeavors, I met your service. Make good use of this sword, as it was designed to conquer evil.
Hey, that was the god Tasagami, master of the power slash technique. Wait a minute, if you're getting all these powers, then you're just like that Siranui. You know, the wolf who fought and died alongside the great Nagi. When Siranui died, the wolf's power was split into 13 breast gods. This is crazy, Siranui. And Siranui and Nagi, it's just like the legend. Well, anyways, I've never seen this power slash technique myself. How about throwing your stuff on that board there over there? Let me see you slice it in half by drawing a straight line. I won't believe it till I see it.
Now, anyways, just draw a straight line, boom, you win.
Wow, I didn't see that in you. I'm not even in the same league as you. Guess I really underestimated you. Hey, Furball. Amaterasu. I've made up my mind. If you're Siranui reborn, then that means you can master all 13 techniques, right? In that case, I think I'll tag along until I'm as good as you. Lucky you.
Anyways, funny thing.
It's no use trying to change my mind. There's no stopping me once I made a decision. But enough about me. Now that you've mastered the power staff, you can cut down that thing Sakuya was talking about. Let's go back and give it a shot.
Anyways, yes, we get the crazy taxi arrow telling us to go forward. But anyways, one thing I want to bring up about Power Slash. The first version of Okami I played was the Wii version, in which everything was motion controlled. Everything was motion controlled. So basically, drawing a straight line was pretty much impossible unless you used the lock function. But in this game, when you're playing with an actual controller, you can just conquer the world. Because you can create big power slashes that actually cover the area you want. You have so much control over the brush that it is not even funny. If you want a real challenge, if you think that like playing Okami with a controller is a challenge, is too easy, go play the Wii version. You'll get a real challenge right there. Not only that, but you're dealing with the battery meter. Ugh. Because that game just drains your battery like you wouldn't believe. Anyways, another reason why I don't want to end the episode off just yet is because we have another little tutorial. These are green imps, the first enemies.
What the? Where'd they come from? Oh, whatever. They're all first ask questions later, right? You know that divine instrument you have on your back? Well, press the X button to use its power against them.
Or in the Wii version, you get nothing.
Look him, Ami. You've caught him off guard and turned him black and white.
Anyways, as I was saying, in the Wii version of Okami, every divine instrument uses waggle controls. You have to waggle the control in order to use the attack, and your wrist gets so tired. And not to mention, just the reflector, the weapon I'm using, is so irresponsive. But anyways, the reflector is a weapon that you mainly use in the air. The reflector is really good in that it's moderate damage, moderate attack speed, and just very good in the air.
They're easy prey for your brush no matter how nasty you are. Grab your brush and give them a power slash.
But we're not going to do that just yet. Because, see that light? Well, if we draw a power slash, we get a little blue demon fang. That's a floral finisher. A floral finisher is when an enemy is defeated, right when they're in that defeat animation, do a specific brush stroke on them. It varies depending on the enemy, and you'll get blue demon fang. These are currency for special vendors and are needed if you want to get 100%. They're not that hard to obtain, and many enemies will give multiples out. Fang Forge and Demonic Hatred, beautiful and deadly. Now, That's why you don't want to defeat an enemy with a power slash or so, because if you defeat him with a brush technique, you don't get the floral finisher. And boom, there you go. And we get money. Every battle will get you basically a time rank of time, damage, and just of time and damage. If you do a battle fast and without getting hit that often, you'll get a good monetary reward. This is an ink bottle. You collect these and you get, well, 1 unit of ink. As you can see, time, damage, and you get money. Money and a bonus off of it. Anyways, let's get a move on. As I was saying, just in the Wii version, combat is just so finicky, and even controls for the most part. Sure, like running and like isn't that bad, but it's a real pain when you're trying to just run across the land, when you're trying to just use a specific brush stroke, and it's failing on you. Grapes and a rock. Anyways, yeah, you can do big sweeping power slashes. It's beautiful. They don't even have to be that straight. Anyways, let's just do that. Oh, come on. I want to do this. I want to slash the rock. Give me the opportunity to slash a rock. The rock that's stronger than a god. Look. You know what? This rock. I would love to see this rock go up against Kratos. Anyways, notice that little bar when Ami's swimming. Ami has only a finite amount of stamina in the water. That's right. This god cannot swim for more than a few seconds. Anyways, let me show you the real power slash. I was supposed to slash all the trees and make me look really cool. Thank you for not making me look really cool, game. And then I'm getting the crazy taxi hero just telling me, hey, go forward. And here's some more imps. Anyways, you have to use rhythm when using your reflector. Boom. And notice how there's a little red Ami in the lower left-hand corner. That is your godly hood. Basically, godly hood comes in several levels. Basically, you have red, green, yellow, and green. Red, as you get combos, that level will increase. Now, basically, with a red godly hood, you can take 1 hit and you take no damage. Any attack, 1 hit, you block it. Yellow is a level 2, it blocks 2 hits, and green is 3, it lets you block 3. Every time you get 1, every time basically you get hit, the level goes down by 1, and basically until you're at 0. 0 is no godliness whatsoever. However, if you fall into certain obstacles, you will get a -1 godlyhood, which means you have to work up to get out of the negative. However, you can't drift into it out of battle. Don't worry, you're probably never going to see negative godlyhood, which basically negative godlyhood is actually a little skull with an X in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. It can be a little confusing if you see it, but anyways, let's just move on. I think, yeah, I'll end the episode off as soon as I get there, because we're at the 40-minute mark, surprisingly enough. Don't worry, not every episode's going to be this long. It's just this one section, because I just want to get the introduction. I want to get to a save point. And just everything works out. Anyways, just collect your yen, because you're going to need yen, and every little bit counts. When these things respawn, just power slash them. Now, when Ami runs out of ink, she cannot use her brush techniques. Yes, Ami is a female. She cannot use her brush techniques, and she cannot use her divine instruments. So in battle, you're essentially a sitting duck. However, you get your ink restored pretty fast, and there is a way to increase the amount, so you're not stuck at 3 the entire game. That's why it's important to just to do long sweeping power slashes, because it not only covers ground and helps save you time, but it also saves you on ink. But anyways, I think now is a good time to end things off. I really appreciate this. Around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer. I hope you come back for the next. If you like the video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. With that, I'll see you later. Bye.